Yo, what's up? It's your boy JJ Brum, and in today's video, we're reacting to a video from Tommy NFG called Music is Kinda Dead. I can't lie, I'm gonna have to disagree on this one, but we're gonna hear him out. I'm gonna have to disagree though, because I think music is not dead, especially with the album Yeet just dropped last night. That album, generational album, I don't give a fuck what you all say. That shit was better than Playboy Carti's music album. I don't give a fuck. That shit was generational. But I was gonna do a reaction to that on my live channel, but I couldn't wait to listen to it, bro. I couldn't wait to listen to it, so I just listened to it. So you get the review here. 10 out of 10 album. You get me? Anyway, let's get into this, bro. Let's see what Tommy NFG is gonna say. He's gonna say music is kinda dead. I disagree, bro. I think there is plenty of good artists out there right now. We got Hurricane Wisdom doing his thing right now. Young Boy released last year, and since then he's been on a crazy run. Yeats just dropped a generational album. Lil Uzi Vert's returning. Bro, I think there's plenty of good music out there right now, you know what I'm saying? I could keep going. But anyway, let's see what Tommy NFG's got to say.
Music has been the pillar that's held up society and human connection for centuries. If I couldn't wake up and listen to my old Kanye tracks at the gym, or MJ tracks, and in my head,
The Kanye album didn't drop apparently though. Nah, apparently it did drop, but not at the time it's supposed to. But hey, that's typical Kanye, innit?
I think I'm sounding like him, but I sound completely nothing like him, then I probably wouldn't be as productive in my days. And from the 2000s to 2010s, every year it felt like we had a certain music era going on. It felt special, like you could point out what genre was popping and what the media was focusing on. Now we probably have the most music ever recorded in human history, so you would think it'd feel way more special. But if anything, it's the opposite now. And a lot of people have been talking about it this year. It's felt like it's only gotten worse every year. One genre that's probably facing its worst fall off ever is rap. And to me, since rap is the type of music I listen to the most, I feel very much qualified to talk about this. Anyone who was there for the prime SoundCloud rapper time from 2016 to 2020 already knows how much is diminished. In a weird way, it was actually a community back then. The wave at that time seems unreal compared to now, because I swear every week you'd have a brand new rapper pop up with a #1 song. And you'd have the Lyrical Lemonade video to go with it.
No, that's the thing. I'm gonna be real, that's the thing though. Like, don't get me wrong, 2016 was goated and that, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be real, I don't remember 2016 much. I was young as hell, I'll be real, bro. I was like 10 years old. You get me? But, bro, I feel like motherfuckers are just hating these days, bro, because there is still plenty of good rappers out there. You're just not listening for real. Like, bro, Hurricane Wisdom, bro. You can't tell me that guy ain't going on a generational run right now. Generational run right now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other artists on the come up as well. Pay Gotti, he's tough. You know what I'm saying? Gotti's tough. Like I said, I keep mentioning that Yeet album, but that Yeet album, bro, I've been listening to that on repeat since it dropped. I just feel like motherfuckers ain't listening for real, you get me?
Been good in that time. This isn't even counting the big three era of rap before this wave with Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole running things. But they were also still dropping as well in that time, so you always had something going on. It seemed like in that moment with that momentum,
motherfuckers are dead ass becoming the new old heads. That's what it is, bro. I just clocked it. These motherfuckers are becoming the new old heads. The guys who was there for around 2016 and shit are becoming the new old heads. Like, you know how back in 2016 you would have an old head saying, oh, this ain't real rap, this mumble, this bullshit. These are becoming the new old heads. Where the rap that coming out today, they're like, oh, this is rubbish, this is bullshit, this ain't rap, this ain't the real rap. These men are becoming the new old heads. I've just clocked it. Because, bro, there is plenty of good music out there right now. There's plenty of good music out there right now. Bro, I can't lie, 2026, we're 3 months in, January, February, March, yeah, 3 months in, we've had some banging songs come out, some tough albums come out as well. We got a Yeet album, a Kanye album dropped, Slime Cry from Youngboy. A lot of people later say, oh, you just glazed Youngboy, but that Slime Cry album was tough. I don't give a fuck what you all say. You know what I'm saying? We've had some, and we had the fall off from J. Cole as well. Don't forget that, the fall off from J. Cole. Come on, bruh.
The
Come
hype
on.
would never slow. Also adding the fact that rappers basically determine how people would wear fits. And to this day, it's still kind of like that, but I would say it's dropped off way more. The whole hypebeast era where every kid was begging their parents for a Supreme hoodie and skinny ripped jeans came from people like Juice WRLD and Lil Uzi and X. One of the main reasons rap is getting burnt into the ashes now is that everyone is scared to be different. Back then when you heard a certain rapper, you could immediately point out their sound and style, or even the way they rapped was unique. It would always be something changed with it. But now it's watered down for artists to try to sound like Cardi with maybe their own slight tweak. You could show me 5 new underground rappers that came out this year. Probably name some dumb shit too, like Triple Table 249.
Nah, I do hear this, bro. I do hear this. I do hear what he's saying with this though, because they all do sound very similar in it, bro. Especially the underground scene, bro. This is why I don't really listen to underground music. You know what I'm saying? But I hear what he's saying with this though. I do get this point. This is a valid point, bro. People are scared to be different, bro. They're all trying the same shit. They're all trying to follow that rage Playboy Carti wave, you know what I'm saying? They're all scared to be different, so this is a valid point. I ain't even gonna lie.
Or Caramel Latte 2X. And I would not be able to point out who is what on each track. A lot of people say this is due to the access of certain music equipment being easier, so a lot of artists and people are using the same type of audio settings. If you look on TikTok, you can immediately tell that's what's going on too. And before someone says, oh, well, Tom, you don't do music. Yes, I know I don't do music. I understand it can be hard to make a certain sound or produce a beat. That's what makes it unique though. Like before modern music equipment and beat makers, each artist and producers had so much creativity because you had to be different and it took more skill. A lot of skilled artists know this and even stick with old music equipment, like Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars has been in the top 10 every year since 2010. He can always release a song and that gonna go crazy because
I just might make him my baby, or whatever the fuck his latest song was. That was a vibe. I ain't even gonna lie though. Check out my reaction to that on my live channel if you haven't already. That song was a vibe. I ain't even gonna lie. But nah, Tommy's making some good points here.
This is old music equipment with new tech and it sounds good. It's a unique type of sound that other artists don't have, and that's why people like it. A lot of new age rappers now either don't have the skills to do that or don't care to learn. There's a reason why someone like Kanye is so timeless, because he's mastered that craft and can transition between generations. And past 2020, that's probably the reason why male rappers started to fall off but female rappers started to trend, because at least they were more unique with it, but there ended up being one problem. Women started getting tired of hearing every rapper talking about throwing it back and rapping about cooch. Also, the biggest female rapper who basically put it on is now completely coked out and crazy. So that era dwindled by pretty quickly, and now we're at a stalemate. As of 2026 so far, you don't really have a new rapper that's popping up and taking the year by storm. The last rapper I truly remember popping off in the mainstream was probably Ice Spice, and that was 2023 to 2024. Also, people are now realizing they don't really care to go to rap artist shows because most of the time it's overpriced as f. A lot of these rappers can barely get through half the performance without either passing out from all the lean they're having, or crashing out and fighting someone in the crowd and then leaving halfway through. With other artists like pop artists, at least they try to give you a good show with visuals and stage performers. But moving on from rap music to music in general, something that's slowly ruining it is AI. Last year already, AI artists ended up—
AI, bro. If you've watched me for a while, you know I hate the use of AI in music, bro. You know I hate the use of AI in music, bro. Music is the art of a person, bro. Fuck AI, bro. Fuck AI. I mean, yo, if there's any ChatGPT AI bots out there watching this video, shout out to you, man. Love AI. But on a real, fuck AI though, because, bro, they're just ruining shit, man. Like, what's the point of it, bro? Dead ass, what's the point of AI? There's no point of it, bro. The only good thing about AI is when you need an essay doing, and it's due tomorrow, you get me? Dead ass. But hey, if there's any chatbots watching or any chat GPTs out there watching, shout out to you, man. I love AI.
Being 10% of all music creators. Keep in mind that AI artists only started becoming a thing in the mainstream last year, so that's some scary numbers. In a span of 1 year, they took over 10% of total human music creators. Imagine 20 or 30 years. And you may be thinking, I don't listen.
This is one point that I 100% agree on, you know what I'm saying? This is one point I 100% agree on.
To it and would never, so I'm good. Well, you might want to double check because you might have by accident. Yes, guess you may have been assaulted by an AI song and did not know. On TikTok since 2025, there's been multiple song trends that went viral that turned out to be AI. One of the biggest trends was a song called I Run by an artist named Haven. I can't play it here due to copyright, but I guarantee at least
How the fuck is an AI song
90%
copyrighted? Nah, I hear that. How the fuck is an AI song copyrighted?
of y'all probably heard this song on a TikTok. I personally don't know how people like it. It sounds spiritually Israeli to me, but it did blow up. The song has 2.1 million videos made to it just for reference. And when people started
I don't know if I've ever heard it. I can't even play it because of the video and shit. I don't know. I don't know.
complaining,
I probably did. I don't know. I don't care, to be honest.
platforms sniped that off their platforms, but the damage was done. When people listen to these AI artists, it pushes out all other real artists that make music out the algorithm. Because these music platforms only boost what's trending. Even though a lot of the younger generations may not listen to these artists, older generations don't give a fuck. They either don't know it's AI or don't care because they think it sounds good and they don't really have a problem with it being AI. When the We Are Charlie Kirk song came out, some of them genuinely thought it was a real song and poetic. It also doesn't help that you'll have AI artists pull a Shadow Clone no Jutsu, pop up and steal a real artist's flow and release songs. Because they can release unlimited songs and you best believe they'll have fans who will listen to it. An AI artist last year named Zanaya Monet charted on the
Bro,
Billboard.
there's no way people actually sit there and listen to music made by AI, bro. You do realize there's nothing put into that. There's no feelings. There's no soul. There's nothing put into that. Like, music is something that someone puts their soul and heart into. Shit made by AI, there's no soul, there's no heart in that shit. Like, how are you sat there listening to this bullshit, man?
Charts for the first time ever. I fully blame Gen X and boomers for this because I know this was not Gen Z. I ain't never been in the car and my homie said turn on that Zanaya Monet. If you're in my car and you turn on any AI music, just know we're not getting out that car, that shit's blown up. Believe it or not, she, or should I even call it a she, it's a robot. She signed for $3 million to a record label. Ah yes, the great morality of record.
We got AI signing to labels now, bruv. Fries, man. Fries this generation, bro. Fries this generation. Fries. Fries this society. Fries, bro. Fries. Just fries at it.
Instead of record labels paying their artists a livable wage, they can just buy an AI artist to produce unlimited slop and profits for them. The hilarious thing is, this whole drought of music being dead could be solved by record labels and streaming platforms. A lot of these artists don't feel motivated to make music anymore, knowing they're not going to get paid good from it. Streaming platforms get their cut, then record labels get their cut, and artists get the crumb of that. Because of that, a lot of artists have transitioned of being content creators because at least that will pay well. Oh, well, it should be for passion, not just profits. I thought that's what art's all about. Yeah, tell that shit to your landlord when you're 3 months late on rent and see what they say. It's simple science. While yes, the artists do love what they do, if they don't get paid fairly in a livable wage, they're gonna have to significantly drop the amount they do. And you can only tour so much in the year to make money, with that not even being a guarantee you'll make enough to survive for the year. So their best bet a lot of times is doing content and maybe streaming to at least have some income to survive. And the last thing I want to talk about is concert pricing.
No, the thing is, yeah, with this, yeah, I feel like if you're just scrolling TikTok, bro, if you're just scrolling TikTok, this is what you're gonna hear, bro. You're gonna hear fucking AI music. You're gonna hear this bullshit music. You're gonna hear this dead music. But if you're actually out there on YouTube, on Spotify, if you're actually out there listening to music for real, bro, and actually listening, you can find some good artists, bro. You can find some good fucking songs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, one of my boys put me onto this one song called American Baddie by this artist, Say So, or whatever his name was. Tune, American Baddie, she ain't eat, me and bro, we like Goku and Vegeta. That's a tough song, bro. Like I said, Hurricane Wisdom, I keep mentioning his name because, bro, that guy is a fucking, like, bro, he's one of my favorite right now, bro. Like I said, Yeet album last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're stuck on TikTok, bro, you're gonna find this bullshit. Like, I be real, I don't use TikTok, innit, man? I barely use TikTok, bro. The only time I scroll on my phone like that is when I'm on the shit. When I'm having a shit, bro. Dead ass. That's the only time I scroll on my phone like that is when I'm having a shit. And usually I'll go to Instagram, bro. I don't even watch TikTok. I'll go to Instagram. So I have TikTok and that downloaded, but I barely use it. I'll be real, bro, because it's full of bullshit, man. It is full of bullshit. But if you're really listening, bro, there's good artists out there, fam. That is good artist out there.
Everybody says, oh man, this next summer about to be so lit. We about to be out going to concerts. This 2026 summer gonna go crazy. Yeah, it's the exact opposite this year. We are staying inside for 2026 summer. You're better off navigating the American healthcare system than getting a normal price concert ticket in 2026. Not too long ago, I remember when I was in high school that people would chat with their homies and talk about whatever artist is performing in town. And everyone would save up working their fast food jobs to scrape enough to be able to go to the concert and vibe at it. That was before 2020. That dream is definitely dead now. At minimum for mid-tier artists, you're now paying like $200 for some seats. Every artist for some reason think when touring they're at the level of Michael Jackson to charge absurd prices. They would probably make more too if they priced it normally and not insane. I also think this is a direct correlation to why certain artists fall off. They start charging too much and people don't think it's worth it, which kills their
Nah, sometimes it ain't the artist though, bro. Sometimes it ain't the artist. Sometimes it's just the venue and shit.
Momentum over time. If they were smart and know how simple business works, you charge the cheapest prices at the beginning to get people hooked, then slowly up it so the people you got hooked will
Nah, I
keep
do
coming.
agree though, bro. People are money greedy, and people are like, they're greedy for money.
That's either simple business practices or drug dealer practices. I don't know who I got it from, but it's one of those things. It's not just the artist to blame too. It's obviously the ticket vendors as well, who have hands
Yeah, that's
down
what I was saying, bro. It's not just the artist, fam. It's these ticket things and whatever.
ruined concerts and made them hell. I don't know if it's just me. I would 100% rather go to how they did it back then when you had to physically buy the ticket at a counter, then wait a week or two for whenever the concert was and use the ticket. At least you weren't getting ripped off by random fees and price raises. Ticketmaster is still the worst at it, and they were getting sued by the government, which started in 2024.
No,
So
you know it's bad if you get sued by the government. How you get sued by the government? How the fuck do you get sued by the government, bro? You know it's bad at that point.
people were cheering and happy, hoping a change could finally be done to the company, hoping they could have this terrible company stop their practices and break up their monopoly. But it turns out when you transition presidential administrations, things change. As of March 2026, they finished the lawsuit by paying a
Alright. Yeah, let's get back to this.
Things change. As of March 2026, they finished the lawsuit by paying a settlement and getting a slap on the wrist. 30 states were involved in this lawsuit, by the way. I guess it shouldn't be that surprising. The judge handling it directly said that the outcome was entirely unacceptable, yet they still don't care. We had like one chance to help with this, and now that's probably gone. Other states also didn't accept the outcome, so they decided to keep suing anyways, which is hilarious. You would expect with a federal lawsuit, states like to believe in the system and see it as concrete, so they would just move on. But this move was so stupid and blatantly dumb that states said, hold up. Nah, we ain't done. We run this back. I already talked about dynamic prices before, but that isn't helping also. It should 100% be an illegal practice. The scam is in the name. And a lot of artists also offer VIP packages for their concerts, which are complete cap or ripoffs. You have a normal ticket for like $150, but the VIP package is $500. And for the $500, it includes that you're closer to the stage and get a free food and beverage. Probably a preheated hot dog and a warm Gatorade too. Ain't nobody want that. I don't understand why some artists offer these packages and they're not at the level to give something good. Anyways, that's gonna be all. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until
Hey, shout out to Tommy NFG. W fucking video, you know what I'm saying? He had some valid fucking points about the price and about all the artists saying the same. But I do think music is not dead, bro. I think if you look, there's some fire artists out there, bro. Yeet dropped a generational album last night. Hurricanes on a run. Young Boys dropping. Look at this. Fetty Wap just dropped an album. We got Fetty Wap. And he's dropped this on the radar freestyle that I'm about to react to for my live channel. So once you finish watching this, go check it out. But hey, appreciate you all tuning in. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. Take care. God bless and peace, love.